My name's Darian Brown, and I took the Bachelor of Nursing program, but inside that program we had the Aboriginal Nursing Initiative, so I was part of that too. I think it was more of like we held like social events and things like that, like around different times of the year, just to kind of get all the Aboriginal nurses that are in the program throughout the varying years, so that they'd all get a chance to kind of know each other and create like a little community, like a little network of people. So I think it was mostly like social events that we did. It wasn't like a curriculum or a program or like in that sense, like it wasn't like a sit down in a classroom kind of thing. I think with the program it definitely helped to kind of see the Aboriginal nurses in the program and see kind of like we just had an opportunity in like a very relaxed kind of way to talk about like our struggles in the program, like in the nursing program, and what we were finding difficult, and to have that kind of like social network of people who were experiencing the same thing. It was really helpful. Yeah. So I think it would have a lot to do with cultural competency and kind of getting like kind of a base understanding. Like it takes a long time to develop cultural competency in any sense, but just to kind of get a basis so that when nurses do enter the field that they have kind of a baseline to work from, and to I guess have them be able to approach their Indigenous patients as in a culturally safe way. I guess that would probably be the way to go about it. I know Lisa, Dr. Pearley, she had her Aboriginal health issues is the name of the course, but it isn't mandatory. It's only an elective, and I took it in my first year of university. But it really just like shined some light on the different like health issues that First Nations people face on a kind of on a national level. Like she did a lot of statistics and kind of what things to look for, and that was really helpful to kind of just go into the field knowing that there's these different health challenges that are specific to First Nations people. I think it would be, I guess, really helpful just from being an Indigenous person to look at kind of have like a base course that's mandatory throughout your program. Like I'm just speaking for the nursing program, but just to have a course like Aboriginal health issues be mandatory so that you learn about the historical context, and then like as far as residential schools and how that impacts health and well-being on kind of on a scale like as large as it is, and then see kind of how the intergenerational effects play into health and what that means for a nurse. I think it would probably be like in 10 years, if every student could come out of the program knowing kind of the historical context and how that relates to health, I think it would be really beneficial when they become graduate nurses. Well, in the Aboriginal nursing or Aboriginal health issues, we had this book called Out of the Depths. I don't know if you've read it, but it's by Isabel Knockwood. Okay. And she kind of goes through her experience about her residential school experience in Shubenacadie. Yeah. And we had to read that as part of like the course curriculum, and that really like I guess it gives more of like a personal touch on what happened in residential schools and how it impacted that one specific person. Yeah. But probably like having that as like a resource is more of like a personal effect, and then maybe just teaching about different like cultural practices like smudging or using traditional medicines and stuff like that, just so that there's a little bit more of like an awareness about what that is, and kind of just to be more open-minded to different traditional medicines that are available.